Hey guys, UPS just delivered this bike rack for my car, for my Lectric XP, and I have a couple other bikes, but this is a two bikes. I got a hitch on the car, and that's 1 1/4. If you get the 2-inch, you have a lot more options as far as bike racks, because I was really looking at researching all different bike racks. This one seemed to be really good. There was a couple other ones that I liked too, but they were 2-inch. 2-inch receiver hitch, so 1 1/4 kind of limits you a bit, but I wanted the car hitch on, a little bit smaller, not so heavy, because it is a Camry, and it's just a 4-cylinder, which does really good. And once they put the hitch on there, it doesn't really, you don't even notice it. So I'm going to see how this rack works out for that hitch. Get the box open and see. everything out of the box. The left ones, the right ones, the main hitch here that everything fits onto, the instructions and warranty, and the tools, reflector, plastic pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. So we should be ready to roll. Let's get these boxes out of the way. Always got to be careful of these things and close them when you're done with them. And I read the instructions and start putting this thing together. I just saw little there's some little bolts here that I'm gonna snip that off there, and these little bolts I'm sure go on the hitch, so that's why they put them right there. So I'm gonna leave these in the box here. I'll see where those go, but I wanted to show you clipping that off. There's another couple bolts right there. Tailgate. Like this. See how it goes in there? I want to make sure this fits because a few people have said that it doesn't fit this U-Haul hitch. So I want to make sure this will go in. Let's see, where's the... Oh yeah, the hole's right there. Yeah. So I emailed them. I had 7 inches here to make sure it didn't hit the back of this tailgate because there's a little plastic piece. And it was 7 inches, and she emailed me back and said it was 5.5 inches, so she said it should fit. Okay, so here's the bag 1. So first on the instructions is to use this. Got my trusty scissors over here. So cut this bag open. Bag 1 has a washer here, another little washer, and this lock. Let's see, there's a lock, so I'm assuming these are the keys for this lock. Or, yeah, I'm assuming that looks like the only 2 keys I have. So, I'll put this bag over here in this. Okay, so this goes with, so when you do one, this is going with these here that were hooked onto the rack. Remember I showed you? So yeah, so they give you 2 of these bolts, and these look exactly the same. See these? Yeah, these are exactly the same, so they gave you 2 of those. Get my trusty glasses. See, that's what I'm talking about when you get older. Okay, the instructions don't really say how this goes, but I'm assuming you put the lock washer here. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And then the washer here, and then let me open these tools up. Got some trusty tools here, and I'm gonna put everything in this box so we know where it's at. So they give you 2 of these. this goes here. So I'm assuming that the lock washer goes on here. It doesn't say, and then the washer, because you know how to lock it into place. And you fit this as long as you line up this hole here. Get where that hole is. There it is. Okay, you gotta line up that hole. Put this bolt in here. And screw it on there, I guess. There's an anti-wobble mechanism, I guess. So I'd probably end up getting a different tool than this one, because as you can see, it's already getting you know, you can get a ratchet that you could use. Once you start tightening it, it loosens up a little bit and then it tightens up. There's an anti-wobble mechanism. So keeps it, see how it's wobbling like that? Oh yeah, see that? That really tightened it up there. There's a lock washer. Yeah, that really tightens it up. I'm not gonna tighten it super tight because, and then you put this lock on here, and then that keeps it, I guess, from anybody. But this is kind of is loose. That's kind of strange. But there's a little rubber thing, but I imagine that's gonna be bouncing around. I don't know. Anyway, that's on there. That's the first, you know, and there's your key. So these two things, that's the extra one, and that's the extra one. So number two, tighten all these up. Got these tight. That little tool they give you is okay to do it, but if you have other tools, it's probably better. Just make sure they're pretty tight. Then I would check them. This one they put on there, so those are all tight. So we got the hitch locked in there. These two bars on with these 4 bolts. And so that's good. Okay, so we got 1 and 2 done. So we go to 3A and we do a left, right, 1, left and right, and then right and left. So bike rack. We fold this down like that. There's just a little, so it could go down either way. So then if you're not using your bike rack, you could lift this up like that. And you could drive around, you know, without that sticking out. And you know, it sticks out a little bit, but not too much. Insert pin on the other side. Okay, so there's a little sticker that says insert on the other side. That's cool. So when you tighten it, that's that anti-wobble. So you always go on this side, the passenger side, with the pin. You know, if you don't have this sticker here reminds you to do that, and you can lock that on. So that's cool. So then when you're putting those screws in, you can just lift this up to put them in. It'll be easier instead of trying to do it, you know, once you get these where you want, because you could slide them, figure out, you know, which bike you're going to use, because all the bikes are different. Mine's the Lectric XP. So I'm going to try that on here, and I'll show you guys putting my electric bike. And I also have a beach cruiser that I'm going to take. Yeah, so that wasn't bad. You know, I wasn't in no rush to do it. Probably took me about an hour, if that, plus filming, you know. So then this, you gotta, once you put it up there, you gotta, and then it clicks in there. So that's cool. And then you push this little, see this little, there's a little ball right there. Push that in, and then it clicks there. And you could push it in a little bit and go this way too, depending on, you know, when these all tighten up. And I don't have them all completely tight yet, because I'm going to adjust my bike on here just right. Some kind of little, oh, it's a little, okay, so when you lift this back up, you got to push that little ball in and kind of move this around a little bit, and then and there you go. So that's your KAC overdrive 1 1/4 inch bike rack. It's on a Toyota Camry. The U-Haul hitch 1 1/4. They have them for 2 inch too, but I got the 1 1/4. And I'm gonna see how my bike fits on there, and we'll go from there. But so far so good, went together just right. Bag 3, these little screws here go in here, so you could just lift the bike rack up to put these in, which is a lot easier. And this keeps these from rolling off. So if you do need to take these off, remember to take these little screws out. If you gotta, I'm hoping I got them on the way I want them, but if not, I could, so that's where those screws go. And I would tighten them just real snug. They got a locking washer on there. Those are pretty snug. So yeah, just lift, you know, that way you're not like having to get under here and try to, you know, do it. You can just lift this up and then put the screws in right there. Make it easier for you. These 4 bolts here, the bolt here, which I put the washer and the lock washer, and then I put this on, lock this in there, and I guess that'll be okay rattling around there. But it really tightened it up. So that's the main thing really, and then just putting these on. You know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 for your bike tires because it's 2 bikes, and then these 2 here, these. So that's, you know, and then just lift this thing down. What I have left over is an extra pin, so that's cool. 2 keys for the locking hitch bolt there, and it locks one of the bikes. A couple tools left over. I have an extra reflector, have a strap. This is a safety strap during transport. These little plastic dudes, haven't figured out what these are. The instructions, I don't see those anywhere, so I'm not sure what that is. It's not even in the part. I got everything, and I have these little plastic things. So if anybody knows what these are for, let me know. Try to look it up. I don't see where these would go at all, so maybe they go with the strap. Oh yeah, that might be. Maybe these hook onto this strap. I don't know. Anyway, everything's good, right, Roscoe? Huh? Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Yeah, so let me get my bike.